Oh, that ends so quick, but I love it. You know. Oh, there goes Kim. All right, Kim bounced, but she'll be back. So anyway, hello, Krabby. Hello, T King. Hello, Kirsten. How is everyone tonight? We're just gonna wait for her to come back. I don't know what happened. These things happen sometimes with the software, with StreamYards that we're doing. But tonight we're going to be covering the Waldo moment. Let me put my friend back up. Hello, friend.
Sorry, I kicked
no
myself
apologies.
out.
It's okay. You know what? You're just catching up along with YouTube. They're just now sending out notifications anyway. So whatever.
Oh, yeah, I just got mine. Yeah, I just now got mine.
I should be grateful.
So hi, Claire.
Hi, Kim. Nice of you to be here. You know, I know
Thank
it's
you
hard
for having me.
I know. It's like after this episode, I wonder if you'll ever come back and hang with me again after making you watch this. But
of course I will.
Because
of course.
What did we pick? We picked the worst episode in the whole series.
Waldo moment. Yeah. The worst. Even Brooker said.
Even Brooker said, I wish I hadn't done it. I wish I could do it again. He said, I really wish
he said that was the one he wished he could do over.
Yeah,
he said he just upset. Didn't nail it. Yeah, he said he wished he had done it as like 2 episodes or even a mini series. Which I can see that.
You know what? I can understand why everybody thought it was horrible based back when it came out, because nothing was really going on in politics or anything like that at the time. But now when you play it back, it's like, yeah, he was telling the future again. That's what Brooker does.
Right. He kind of foreshadowed everything.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, well, you know, I know you know all these stuff, Charlie, and you're like letting us know about it ahead of time. You mind fixing some of it? Like, dude, like really?
Exactly.
Like, come on. Could you give us a hand? Like, you're so good. You're so brilliant. Like, come on, fix it. Don't just tell us about it. Tell us what to do. Don't just
let it happen. Exactly. Let's make some corrections here.
It's like an autocorrect. Please, Charlie, could you develop an autocorrect for us? You know,
that's definitely what we need.
I do. But I still love him. I can't help it. You know, he's allowed to mess up. Just like everybody, we're allowed to mess up, and just like then get better. Yes. So that's your one. That's your one that you get, Charlie. Just it. It really wasn't that bad either. I mean, I made it through. I watched it. I think this was the 4th time I've seen it, so it wasn't that bad.
It 3 times, so you have me beat. You have me beat.
No way.
You still haven't.
I watched it more than you did. Yeah. Well,
yes.
To be honest, I watched it 4 times because 2 of those times I fell asleep during it.
Oh.
So I had to watch it again. So
I'm still gonna let you.
I didn't watch it start to finish because lately
I'm still gonna let you count those. Okay.
Okay, you're gonna let me count them because
lately, I'm gonna let you count those.
Yeah, my sleep has been weird, and I've been falling to sleep in the weirdest places. And like, if I
that's the way mine's been lately.
Yeah, so wherever I can get a nap in, I've been getting a nap in. So unfortunately, Charlie, you put me to sleep, and you never do that. You literally overstimulate me, like my brain, everything.
Well, this episode was this episode could definitely be considered a snooze fest.
It was. All right. So for those of you that haven't seen it and like we're really trying to turn you off, we're really not. I mean,
we're not.
It's just like he's so good that when he does something like this, you kind of like get disappointed a little because everything else is so like great. And this was just like it's like lukewarm. It's like when you're looking for that really, really hot cup of coffee and it's tepid. It's just tepid. It's not cold. So you could still drink it, but it's tepid. It's just not as enjoyable as a steamy hot cup.
It's not as enjoyable.
I mean? Yeah. So
I like my coffee super hot.
Yeah. Me too. And black and strong. I'm a fussy coffee
I do
drinker.
put a tiny bit of creamer in mine,
Mm-hmm. You do.
but I do like
Okay,
it
there you
really
go.
strong.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Krabby says that this episode, it's just a really sad commentary on politics. Krabby, you're absolutely right. I would agree with that 100%. And it was foretelling a little bit about the state that it gets in. But back when he first put it out, it wasn't as noticeable. But then, we had the elections here in America and it kind of went a little crazy. Hey, Jean. Hey,
It
dog.
did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming, guys. Yeah, it was a little foretelling. I wish, like you said, I wish you had a button for autocorrect or something on the foretelling. Like, thanks, Charlie, for letting us know. But could you help us correct it a
Right.
little bit of hints on how to take care of all these stuff? But anyway, let me give them a little bit of a review. So this
Yes.
the Waldo moment. This was the third episode in series 2 of the fiction anthology television series Black Mirror. Our favorite guy and favorite series
Our
creator and
favorite.
showrunner Charlie Brooker. Hey. It was directed by Bryn Higgins and first aired about February of 2013. I don't know the date. I'm not as good at the dates. But the episode originated as an idea for Nathan Barley, an earlier TV show by Brooker and Chris Morris, which we should look into, Kim. Hint, hint.
I
Wink, wink.
know. We should.
Okay,
We
we should.
definitely should.
Because it has all it needs, right? It's
Right. Because
got Brooker.
I think right. Hey, what else does the world need? Just Brooker.
No, just Brooker. My world right now, this is what I need. I need some Brooker. But anyway,
I need
this
me
story,
some Brooker.
I need me some Brooker. But the story goes that Jamie Salter, who was played by Daniel Rigby very well, I might add, is an unhappy comedian who plays a blue animated bear. Yes, that's what I said, people. A blue animated bear called Waldo in a satirical television program. He interviews a politician named Leon Munroe, who is played by Tobias Menzies, and boy, did he play an asshole really well.
Oh, he did.
I mean, yeah, he did. He even had asshole face, right? You looked at the guy when he wasn't talking, and he said asshole. Like he just, I kept going.
Exactly.
He's playing it so good because even standing straight with not a word coming out of his mouth, you just looked at him and you went, asshole.
He's an asshole.
Asshole. Yeah. So, just a little side note, people. Miss Munroe enters a by-election to become a member of parliament. And Waldo, the blue bear, stands as a candidate. Meanwhile, Jamie and another candidate, Gwendolyn Harris, played by Chloe Pirrie, who was in Captain America. I believe she was the girlfriend, I think, in the Marvel movies.
So.
I'm not sure. I think so.
She has a she has a pretty impressive resume.
Yes, she does. She does. Well, anyway, they develop feelings for each other. Like they just met and they kind of get feelings for each other. And it's not going as well when, her campaign manager decides they can't see each other anymore. Right. Waldo's popularity continues to rise, and Jamie becomes increasingly disoriented with the role he's playing because, he wanted the girl. He was happy. He's not very happy.
He did.
Well, he was happy with the girl. And then the girl can't see him because, she's got this election and he becomes disenchanted. This episode is a direct contrast to many of the other episodes because of its contemporary setting and the politics. It just explore our distrust of politicians.
Yeah, that was one of my big things is that it did show the growing distrust that we have in politicians and that we often see celebrities as being more trustworthy and even more credible.
Well, that was the thing is that during the episode, what really was getting Jamie very disheartened is that the blue bear was getting really, really popular. And everybody
Right.
was ignoring the regular candidates and like everything else. It was just like, the hell with the system, like the bear knows everything. It was like crazy. And he got a little disenchanted with it. Like, it's cool at first, and then it's like, wait, people, you're going crazy. Like, this is a stuffed blue bear. Like, you're voting for a cartoon character. Like, this, I'm telling you the most outrageous stuff. Like, because his campaign ad was like, the hell with the system, screw this, like the damn that.
Oh yeah,
And, it was all ass backwards. Anything. I don't believe in anything. Anarchy, chaos, the hell with everything. And people were like, yeah, that's what we want. And we're like, what? He's like, what? Are you people crazy? Like, have you lost your mind? And
yeah, he took such an anti-establishment stance with Waldo.
Yes, Jim, it was a blue bear, like a
blue bear.
Yes, Jim, the color blue, love, the color blue,
the color blue that liked to whip out his private parts.
Yeah, no, not like that. It was just like, but there was a lot of similarities made later to like Boris Johnson and Trump, based on this episode of Brooker, about them being so outlandish in their campaigns to be almost cartoonish, and about some of the things that they were saying and doing, and how it just blew up like that way. And so that's what I mean by it was a little foretelling, because after that, they both got elected in, both of them. And it was like, wow. So, there you go. But, so like, I don't know, like, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think, because I mean, I know I barely have a thought about this one. I'm afraid to say what I think about this one, to tell you the truth, but go on, Kim, go on.
You know me, I always have lots of thoughts, unfortunately.
Let it rip, girl.
I think a lot of it also was that the character Waldo and the people behind Waldo, the ad agency and everything, they were just treating this whole thing as a joke. But then again, it also showed how this can all be exploited by someone that could have very dangerous ideas.
Yeah.
Because if you've got a character as well loved as Waldo, if you don't have the right people running that character and everything that's done, it can turn into, just chaos to the extreme, really. Because it is a cartoon character, they don't have to offer up any type of realistic policy or platform for when Waldo's running for a candidacy. They can just say, kind of like Waldo said, just fuck the establishment. That's my platform.
That was it. It was like, the hell with y'all. Chaos everywhere. Like, we don't care. Like, that's it. We're just going to blow it all up. If we can't make it work, we're just going to blow it all up. Which, it does have its calling. Like, I could see why people would want to do that, especially when things get as crazy as they are, as hard as they are for everyone. I kind of understand wanting that.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work. I mean, we can't stop back at square zero and function. I mean, how are we going to function? Like,
you're not. As a government, as a community, you're not. But it also kind of showed that even when a candidate or a government or something takes an anti-political stance, that's still considered a political stance.
It is. It's anti-establishment is a platform. It's a platform.
Yes.
Unfortunately, as we learned with the blue bear out there, just spouting garbage and one-liners and cursing, this blue bear was giving everybody the middle finger. He was telling everybody to fuck off.
Everyone.
He literally told everybody to fuck, everybody he ran into to fuck off. And they were still voting for him.
They were really still loving the bear.
an embarrassing amount of people voted for this blue bear.
Oh
Anyway,
my gosh. It
with
was
no
crazy.
platform whatsoever except to say, like, the hell with you all, like, whatever, like, the hell with you. Like, we don't care what happens to anybody.
Right.
But it's kind of like the same thing with some of these politicians that come in anti-establishment and start dismantling everything without putting anything else in its place, or without a plan on what to do after you take it away. They just want to take it all away and not put anything back in its place. And, that makes for some huge hiccups in the running of a government. Like, you can't.
Well, and that's where you get into where you've got people in power that are only caring about the power and not the common good of the people.
Mm-hmm. I think that has been since day one. Like, that is a man problem. That is like that is a human being problem, not necessarily a political problem.
No, it's not just because we see it in the business world. You see it in the corporate world. You see it in small businesses. I mean, I've worked for physicians' offices, and I'm telling you, nearly every doctor, except maybe a handful that I've ever worked with, they're just like little demigods.
Right. And it's just, it just gets a little, especially in a capitalized country, where capitalism is the thing. It does get dog eat dog. It gets like, the king of the hill, all of those kitschy little sayings, that just mean, pile on till you get to the top. And it don't matter how you get there, just long you get there. And it doesn't matter what that actually means or whether you're happy about it or anything. It's just, it's just the way it goes.
And I kind of think that's how Jamie was first kind of starting this, was that he was wanting to kind of take a stance against capitalism. I don't think he was a firm believer in capitalism. And that's kind of how it was going. That's at least what I got out of it.
He started to try to do a message, right? Like, he was trying to think about it.
He did.
But then they were like, that's not funny. You can't do that. And like, what? Like,
he was kind of wanting to mock people who were touting their importance and their elitism. But then they were turning it back onto him. And he kind of couldn't handle that pressure. It's almost like he didn't like looking in his own mirror and seeing his own faults.
That is often with comedians. Like, they will be, making fun of exactly what, the big things that they have issues with and all like that. But as soon as somebody tries to turn it around, they're like, what? Like, what? No, not me. But I think we're all like that to a certain degree.
I think so, especially online, because we do have the anonymity. And I think in a way, Jamie also let that anonymity get away from him.
Like, he let everybody know who he was.
Yes.
Like, he did,
But even like when he was interviewing Liam in the little pink cave, he really, he kind of took it too far. And that was kind of what started that whole thing between him and Liam Munroe. And then when they had the 4 candidates up on the stage and Waldo was on the screen.
Well, before that, though, he tried to hook up with her again, because he was very interested in her, enamored in her. He was actually, they're laying in the bed after their first time, and you could see he's all teary-eyed, and he's like, I haven't been happy in so long. And it's like, my heart's breaking, because I'm like, here's like this downtrodden comedian. He's very funny, but he's really unhappy. Then he meets somebody, and he gets all light, and they seem to be getting along well, and he's like, just looking at it, I said, oh no, there's the tears in the eyes. This is not going to go well.
Yeah.
It's not going to go well at all. And he's like,
you're going to end up being a one-night stand.
I know. I haven't been happy in so long. But she didn't clobber him over the head. He said, can I have your number? He didn't even have her phone number yet. He was acting like that. Okay. So, so he said, can I have your phone number? And she said, yes. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. But that ain't going to last long.
I mean,
that ain't going to last long at all. But
no, because we pretty much knew her campaign managers were going to go, no, you can't have anything to do with him.
Right, because he was rough around the edges, and all he did was attack
Yes.
politicians and curse them out and stuff like that. So it's a bad look.
Right.
And she is a politician. Let's be clear. She's running for office.
She is.
Okay, and he knows it. And so
She is.
they run into each other because she's not returning phone calls because her campaign manager has said, that's it. Nope. You want to be in this game? You can't have anything to do with the comedian. He's a jerk. Like, leave him alone. So she says she can't see him.
I really had a problem with her there because she should have said, you know what? Until this is all over, my campaign says that, she needed to be upfront with him on that. Instead of just ghosting him.
I will call you after the campaign, which is what she intended, but she never said it to him. She just said,
because
I can't see
when
you
he
anymore.
Right. When he went to her office and he kind of buzzed into her office and she said, I was going to call you when this is all over. Mm-hmm. Well, too little, too late.
Yeah, like why couldn't she have said that?
The man's got a broken heart.
Yeah, this is what gets me about relationship. We talk about this all the time on some of my other shows. Communication and compromise. It's key. Like in every single relationship you have everywhere in the world, like doing anything. I mean, even just getting your mail from the mailman. You gotta have communication and compromise.
You do.
Because the door opens out instead of in, and the whole thing. And I'm telling you, you can figure it out. You gotta have communication and compromise for everything. And they didn't have it. She was not clear. No. She was not clear. And she made a mess for herself because then he's attacking her. So then we get back to the fourth panel where you were before I interrupted to tell about that. So you have all four politicians up there.
Yes. And that's where he really went hard after both Liam and after Gwendolyn, telling that she was just using this as a stepping stone. Mm-hmm. Well, she kind of was, but she also knew that was how she was going to have to navigate. I honestly think that she had some good political ideas that she wanted to accomplish in a political career, and she knew by starting out as a member of parliament, that would be a stepping stone to get her higher so that she could make more political change. And now she'll never have that chance.
Yep. You know what? And he did go hard because they had talked because they were getting along and they were like, it was, she talked about her aspirations in politics and everything. And he talked about his stuff as a comedian and all. And they talked a little bit about how they both viewed the world in regards to all of that. And so he called her out as a big ass fake because she was, and he kind of hurt her and exposed her that way. But it was true, And it didn't have to be that way. He was just acting out. And you could tell he really felt bad afterwards. So he was like, damn, I don't think I should have did that. That was reactionary. That was definitely reactionary. Like, if you want the girl, I don't think you should be doing stuff like that. Look, he was lashing out because, again, he's a very unhappy person. You dangle a carrot in front of him. It was so nice. And then you took it away and he reacted, not that that's an excuse, but he reacted quite poorly about it because he cared, because he was hurt. He acted out of hurt. So it goes bad. Everybody is getting exposed for who they are, but it doesn't really matter because they're politicians. Everybody expects politicians to be creepy, cripey, have things going on, just be dirty. Like, when you say the word politician, it's like,
it almost sounds slimy.
Unfortunately, and I don't want to, I know there's people that are so good out there trying to change things and doing it for the right reasons. I just don't see a lot of them around me. You know what I mean? So and I think a lot of people feel like that. It just takes on a connotation that it's just not. It's just
I think so too.
Like that.
And, I honestly think also with the upsurge in social media now that we don't tend to take things as seriously if it does pertain to politics.
Right. It's just because it's just turned into like a clown show some of the times,
It
And
has.
and it wasn't always like that. I used to be very active. I mean, I vote everything all the time. I'm one of
Right.
those nerds that votes even for the school elections, like all of it. All of it.
Right.
Because I feel like if I'm not in it participating, I can't bitch about it. Okay, there you go. Like
Exactly. That's the way I feel.
if I'm not trying to change it or actively in there doing anything about it, then I got to keep my mouth shut. And everybody knows I don't like to keep my mouth shut about anything. Really. So,
Well, and
no.
isn't there some saying about even a non-vote is still a vote
Yeah,
in some way?
if you don't participate, you're actually participating in the end
Yeah.
result. Yeah, in some way, yes, you are.
Hmm.
And there are other countries where you need to vote or you get sanctioned.
You do.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about their political setup, so I'm not even going to mention what country it is. But I plan on checking into that at a later date because I'm
Yeah,
actually
that would be.
quite interested in the difference in how our political systems work from country to country. Because I'd like to
Yeah,
see what kind of ideas are out there to help straighten
I
ours out.
know.
All I
Well,
know about ours is that it's really messed up. It's
it
polarized.
is
It's
really messed
insane.
up.
It's like nobody gets anything done anymore.
No,
Nobody and no one is happy. No one, not even the winning
no.
party, is happy anymore. It's just a bunch of angry people all the time. It's very frustrating. Um,
Right.
but then again, I can't believe
And
this whole
it's.
episode is about politics. My
I
God,
know,
yeah,
but I do love politics.
you do.
I really.
Wow.
Yes, I do. I do. But I come from a family with I've got some relatives with some political backgrounds, so I guess that's
Mm-hmm.
why.
Yeah. No.
But
Okay. Cool thing. Go on.
what I really liked was that Liam, when he was in the car,
Mm-hmm.
and he said something about this, because he and his aide were talking kind of about the political stance and kind of the political atmosphere. And he was saying how it's the system that built the roads. And he kind of alluded that the system may not always be the best, but then should we go to the opposite extreme like Waldo was wanting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're wondering like how's that going to work? How is that?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Like, because
There's got to be some happy medium.
yeah, it's always the happy medium that's going to get more people happy and those things. And Leah, yes, I had heard that you get fined in Australia if you don't vote. Like you cannot vote, but you're going to have to pay a penalty of some type. But
Right.
yeah. That's fascinating to me. I think that helps get everything, all the people are involved, It's a shame you have to find people to do it, but
It
I guess.
is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wonder also if they are being sanctioned for not voting, how many of them are actually taking it seriously or how many are just going in there and just marking whatever?
Yeah. Say hello to Peter. Hey, Peter. Nice to see you. Mm.
Hey, Peter. Because I know I'm one of those that, I don't affiliate with a party. So I just look at the candidate and the issues when I'm voting.
Yeah. It used to be like that. It used to be like that. Student is from New Zealand, and he said it's not forced voting there, but you have to be on the electoral roll. In other words, you have to be registered to vote. Okay, so that's pretty cool. They should have something. I know we don't want to force that kind of stuff here in America, but it would actually help. It would help very much for census and voting rights and everything, because you're trying to take care of all of the people. And everyone's voice. Well, we need to know the voices to be able to do that. And,
Right.
like you say, right now we have a two-party system, pretty much, even though there's other ones that are written in, like the Green Party and anything like that.
Right.
But I have because of the last couple of elections. And to be honest, my disappointment and such, I have left my party and become an independent. So I can vote any way I want.
Yeah,
And I did that.
That's the way I am.
And I did that because, all right, here we go. Here goes my YouTube career. Right down the toilet, because you're not supposed to talk about politics. It's not my fault. Brooker's whole episode is about politics today. It's that damn blue bear. It's Waldo did it. Waldo did it. But
that's your new merch. Yeah, that's your merch. Waldo did it.
No, well, it's Waldo's fault. I blame Waldo. I do. I blame Waldo. I can't even blame Brooker for this one. It's all Waldo's fault.
It's Waldo.
But listen, Waldo, or rather politics in general, has made me an independent because I wanted to not give credit to either party because they're both acting like damn fools. And they're both not getting their message out there. And they are both misstepping and not representing the people, only representing their parties. And when politics gets to a point where only the party is represented, then we are missing the message. Okay, it's gone. When only the party, when the party is so powerful that they just do whatever the hell they want. And they're forgetting, yo, party, you're there for the people. Like, yo, remember us over here? Remember us. Okay, but no, we're treated now like the minority, like we don't matter. And it's all like what they want, and big business and this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
It's very disheartening. So, what little thing can I do? I could say, I don't want to belong to either one of you.
To either one of you, I know.
You're both.
Yeah. And again, it just kind of goes back to the power is representing the power. They're not representing the people or the Commonwealth. They're just representing the power.
Exactly. And when power is the only thing that's represented, then a lot of bad things start going on.
That's when we have problems.
And we are having so many problems here. And just the anger in general from the, they talk about trickle down economics all the time. But what we have here is trickle down oppression and anger. That's what we have down here. That's what we have here. We don't have none of that like economics. We definitely just have a lot of anger, frustration. Nobody getting ahead. It takes
no.
In most places here in America, it takes two incomes to just have a family life, to raise a family.
And how many of those homes that have two full-time incomes, sometimes 2.5 or 3, because people are taking extra jobs. How many of them are still living paycheck to paycheck and just barely getting by?
Exactly, and it's very, very frustrating. It really is. And Paula, I'm actively helping with some of the petitions to start laws so we can vote in the preliminaries, because currently here, Paul is right. Independents cannot vote in preliminaries if you don't register to a party, which is very disheartening. But then again, the preliminaries are about the parties, so
they are about the parties.
Yeah, she does she does probably mean the primaries, you know what I mean, when they pick the candidates for the parties. Okay. And that is why, because it's all about the parties, and I get that, but there should be like more of an open system about it. So there is some what do you call those petitions going around about that, and things like that you can read up on. But yes, housing costs, and housing is insane everywhere. Definitely. But I hear that in many places, not just in our country, in other countries too. Currently, if you want to really talk crisis, okay, in every country, because of the pandemic or whatever the reason, I kind of think it's because the only thing we all had in common was the pandemic. But right now, the prices going up for traveling petrol, for gas, is insane. Insane.
It's horrible.
In Australia, in England, here in the United States, everywhere. It is getting, you can't even drive to work. You can't
No,
travel at all. And this is what's causing the milk prices to go up. Here in the United States, milk and butter and eggs and bread, the necessities of life, they so say, all of those prices have gone astronomical. I heard
yeah,
I think Jenny was in the chat. I think she mentioned it. Where she was, a gallon of organic milk was over $7. I almost had a
that's
heart attack when
crazy.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I went, "Are you crazy? That is like
it's
something you need
crazy.
every day when you're raising." It's crazy, and it's all due
Yes,
to because we can't move the product around efficiently because of the gas
right.
prices, because we were locked down and we couldn't travel with the trucks back and forth to get everything. There are shortages now. There was manufacturing slowdowns. Everything's just coming, and we're starting to
Everything.
really, really feel it. And of course, if there's a way to make money on it, there are going to be bad actors out there doing that. There are going to be
Right.
people just, raising the prices, causing more of a shutdown to make things more valuable, because they're going to make their millions on it. This is their opportunity to get ahead. And of
Yeah.
course, they're going to use it because, whatever happened. All right. Soapbox, right? It's Waldo's fault. It's not mine. Well, it's Waldo. Okay. Whatever happened to the greater good, eh? Eh, Kim? Like, what the hell? What the
I
hell ever
know.
happened to the greater good?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I must be one of those weirdos. I'm a weirdo. I'm a Waldo weirdo. Because I actually, more than not, will try to think, believe it or not, about the greater good. Because I'm not comfortable in the me zone as often. I
Right.
can get there. I mean, damn, I'm a YouTuber, of course. Like, listen,
Of
I'm not going to sit here like a
course.
hypocrite
We
and
all
say I
can.
don't. I like to get stroked. I like the attention. I'm a freaking YouTuber. Come
Yes.
on. Like, of course.
Right.
I live in the me occasionally. But the majority of
We
the
all
time,
do.
when it comes to talking about the issues, when it comes to talking about bigger things than myself, I really do try to think of the greater good. It's just how I was
Right.
raised. Like I was raised eh, around my family, everyone. It was all about service, volunteer fire,
Mm-hmm.
you know, volunteer ambulance. Everybody
Right.
dedicated time. There was, you dedicated time at the schools. You dedicated people dedicated time at church. People gave
Yes.
of themselves to make
Uh-huh.
other people's lives better.
Right.
Just other people, not yourself. You just gave of yourself to make the world around you a better place. In
Right.
I don't know, it gets hard to see that that's all taken away and made fun of a
Yeah.
lot when it comes to
And
the formal things like politics and stuff like that.
yeah. And we don't see that as much anymore. And I live in a really small Gulf Coast community town.
Mm-hmm.
And we we don't see that. And I a lot of times, especially around holidays, I'm trying to contact agencies saying, what can we
Mm-hmm.
do to help? What do you
Mm-hmm.
need? Because
Mm-hmm.
I've got a community I live in here that is willing to help as much as we can. And even within our own community, we have people living here with us that are
Mm-hmm.
on such limited income. So we have set up because we have a little community room, and
Mm-hmm.
we've set up in our community room like a place to place books for people that
Mm-hmm.
like to read. They can go and
Mm-hmm.
just pick up books and keep them, bring them back, whatever. We have, if someone's getting rid of a piece of furniture or,
Mm-hmm.
a lamp or something, we'll go put it in there. We
Mm-hmm.
have a pantry that people
Mm-hmm.
can go and get food. And every time I go to the store, I try to pick up at least 5 items to put
Yeah.
into that pantry because I
And
know there there's just people out there that are just so
yeah, I
much,
know.
they
I know.
need that. And
Mm-hmm. And it is like whatever little thing you can do. Like not everyone can do that, for finances or whatever, but any little thing that you can do to just
right.
better the life of somebody else.
But
It
even giving
actually, I
of your
really,
time.
it just makes you, and that's hard also because many people have like, two income families now and the stress and,
Right.
I can understand. It's just whatever way you can find that works for you. it actually, I don't know. I'm just one of those rose-colored glasses bears. Like, I know that I have this vision of the world that I want it to be, but I actually want to live in it. Like, I don't want to live in the one we're in most of the time. Okay. So like I actively pursue getting to that other place, and I want to keep that vision alive, and I want to keep talking about it, as naive as I sound, and as unrealistic. Like, I do get the harsh realities of the life that we all live in. It doesn't mean you can't want better. It doesn't mean you can't do a little bit better and try to make it the best you can around. Yeah, there's ugly, horrible, terrible stuff. And there is all kinds of oppressions we can't get out from under. And it may not change in my lifetime, but I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and just take it on the chin because you say so. Like, I feel much better actively pursuing the life, the world I want to live in. You know what I mean? The one I want to still be here, right? For grandchildren and all of that. Students said
that's what I was going to say.
For your neighborhood,
future generations.
Yeah, for our future. Know your neighborhood and neighbors. Look out for those you live with without seeing anyone as anything else but human beings. Absolutely, be a humanist.
Yes.
I was actually investigating that term just the other day, humanist, because I saw it on somebody's tag.
I know. And I love that.
I'm becoming very, very fond of it. I'm becoming very, very fond of it. Okay. Well, there was some
when the pandemic first started, one thing that I know we had trouble getting down here in our stores, other than toilet paper, was bread. Every store was out of bread.
Mm-hmm. Really?
But I could buy flour. I could buy yeast. Right. I had everything else. I got to where I was making anywhere between 8 and a dozen loaves of bread every day.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And giving them out to my neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
I would put a group text out in the morning saying, who needs bread today? This is what I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
And I would send out another text when everything was done. It's just a way to, just give back.
Yeah, just to give back. Paula says it takes a village is the smartest expression ever used. Yeah, every little bit.
It does.
And it is hard. It is hard. This is very encouraging, student. Australia is about to have another election, and they actually have an opposition leader that is good for everyone, even talking about bringing back common sense. Say it isn't so.
Oh, my gosh.
Common sense in a political election. Now we're talking the world I want to live in. Man, that would be, and I know I make light, student, but damn, that is some really good news if common sense would come back. Just a little bit of common sense could solve so many of the problems that we are having. But boy, this went, look what you did to us, Charlie. You have us out here on YouTube talking politics, Charlie Brooker. You always do something like this to me.
I'm telling you, Claire.
That man, the baby.
Claire, I will talk. I know. Claire, I will talk politics with you any day.
People are surprised that I actually will. Like, I'll get into these things. I don't, actually, they shouldn't be too surprised. I don't think there's a conversation I won't have, actually. As long as you're an open door and not a closed door. If you're a closed door, forget it. Don't even show up, because like, if you're just trying to
show up to the party.
If you're just trying to convince me or something, or, come and, bash on me or whatever. No, I ain't doing that. But if you want to have open, intelligent discourse, like, I'm there. Like, whatever you want to talk about. There are no
me too.
bad subjects for me, But,
no.
Yeah.
And I love a good, honest, not negative, not bashing debate, but one where you learn from each other. I love that.
That wouldn't be me in debate. I'm a little smash 'em style when it comes to debate. Sorry.
I've seen you debate.
Yeah, I'm not really. I wouldn't really call my debate style listening or open to the other person's view. It's more like slam, bam, boom, like, damn, done, goodbye.
Although
I
kind of
I showed up. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm just right. Okay. Like, that's it. It's just me. I'm right. That's it. I'm done.
I kind of did contribute to that, though.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I will
did. You
own my
gave me
part in
all
that.
of that scientific research. You hooked me up with Harvard, and it was like
I
once you hooked me
did.
up with Harvard, it was all over with. I was like, huh. That's
I,
it. There's not
you know,
there's not an argument out there that stands up to mine.
I
Not
know.
one.
And I
Not
didn't even send
one.
you, yeah, I didn't even send you chemical equations or anything like that, like I
No,
could
no,
have.
we gave up on that part, but I did have enough
You did
on
have
that
one.
because I had
Yeah.
the four components of coffee in every single one. Oh, by the way, we're talking about debating whether coffee is good for you or not, which was supposed to be a joke with over on Hereticals and Cults and Conspiracy is our friend Jay, who I do a lot of true crime with, and he has his other channel, True Serial. But we partner up. We're both partner. That's his channel over there with Chris, with Atheist Pastor, Hereticals, and he does a Cults and Conspiracy show on there. And he decided to diss coffee because Jay, unfortunately, is a coffee hating fool. I can't help him.
Yes.
Okay, I could not help him. I can't even sit here and say that he doesn't deserve all the lumps he gets. But anyway, he decided to go against coffee. And his argument was all of the bad things that happen to you about coffee, blood pressure and diabetes and this and that. And you know what? On a layman's term, that all sounds good, right? Because that's what you hear on TV and everything like that. But let's just be reminded that those are all already sick people. Coffee is only bad for your heart if your heart is already bad. Okay, coffee is only bad for your diabetes if you already have diabetes. So my whole argument was, yes, in a compromised body, you're right, but the rest of the world is healthy and coffee is perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's all you kept saying.
That's it. I'm sorry. The majority rules. Coffee is brilliant. Don't mess with my coffee. Coffee is life. Sorry, Jay. Sorry.
Yeah. And all of his data was from like the 1980s.
No, it wasn't. Like some of it, like
it
yes,
seemed like it.
We did. I did have a go with him about that. I said, "Did you Google? Did you Google past 1989? Like, what's going on here, Jay?" Because my research was from 2021. You know, the bear.
Yeah, it was more recent.
One thing I can do is the bear can Google her ass off. I'll tell you that. Like, I will find it. I will find it. Okay. And I do like to research, and I don't like to talk about things that I haven't really checked into. So I made sure everything was up to date. Like even the links that Kim gave me, I went back and made sure I had the newest, the best,
the most recent ones.
The most recent one of everything. So it was fun. And it was a very, very fun.
It was fun. It was. It was a good time.
I know, Crappy, right? He is cool, and he can hate coffee. It is more for us.
Yeah,
I love razzing on him, though. I just like he just likes to pick on me. He a little bit, and you know what? He's a lot of fun to do it too.
He just makes it too easy.
Mm-hmm.
He honestly does. He just makes the whole thing way too easy.
But he's so easy to work with, and I love working. He's a generally decent human being. He is just like the easiest person to get along. He's giving, he's caring, and he does also, but at the same time, he puts up with no bullshit whatsoever. Like, don't come at him with any drama or bullshit or anything that don't matter. Cause he's like, he I always picture him with his hand out, like talk to the hand. Cause I ain't listening.
I know.
Like, nope. Don't interfere with my peace. With my beautiful, peaceful life I got going on here. And I hope someday I can be more like him that way. But no, he's a great guy. But that was a very fun debate. But you're right. My debate style is not of the giving nature. It's not. Because it was just hammer, like boom.
It was.
Yeah. It was to the point I had him repeating his own argument because it twisted right into mine. I said, "Would you repeat that, please, a little?"
I know.
I was like, he's like,
it was great.
It was really hard not to laugh my way all the way through it, but I doubt I'll get any more offers to debate anything. I doubt it. I doubt after that performance. Yeah, I won't be known as a common sense kind of debater, as a polite, kind.
Well,
Space giving
that
debater.
I saw that he didn't take me up on my offer to debate him either.
No, well. Currently, his schedule is really crazy. If you see how we're moving
I
around
know.
our shows and
Yeah.
everything, he's got a lot going on. So who knows? I mean, you could be on the list. I wouldn't count yourself as out yet. You could be on the list.
It's okay.
Because
I'll
he didn't
debate
say
him
no.
anytime.
What were you going to
know. I'll
debate?
debate him anytime.
What was the subject? What was the subject?
I don't
Don't
even
say
remember
pineapple
what
pizza.
it was. I think it was.
Oh, no. Really?
Come on.
Oh, my gosh.
I've already proven that, right?
Yeah, we have proven that. And also, he proved it on his own channel. He had a debate. He was the mediator with two other guys, and Pineapple Pizza won. He knows it's going to win. Well, he doesn't like pineapple on pizza. So
I know. The only thing we agree on is cold pizza. He and I neither one like cold pizza.
I'm sorry. I think cold pizza is okay. I like hot pizza, but did you not go to college? Who has not eaten cold pizza? Come on. The breakfast of champions on the way to your class. Come on.
No, I don't even like it warmed up.
Well, I guess I just lived that hard lifestyle. Cold pizza was for me. I didn't even have a microwave. I'm telling you, it was cold pizza on the way to class, and it was just fine. At least I ate.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I didn't care at all.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's one of the few things.
I could do it. I could do it. And I have.
Yeah, that's one of the few things that I'm just like, no.
You know what? I
don't want any part of it.
I just did it last week. Of course, I keep telling you, I fall asleep, right? So I'm talking with everybody. I got my hot pizza. I have 2 pieces of pizza for dinner, right? I eat one, right? And the other one's still sitting on the plate. I get into a conversation with a bunch of people. Of course, I fall asleep during.
Of course.
Yes, embarrassing enough during the conversation. I decide to take a nap. I wake up 3 hours later and I ate the cold pizza because I was hungry. Yes. And granted, my friends were still talking to me because they just knew I was exhausted. But they did make fun of my snoring for a while. But as they should. As they should. And God knows they must have had some fun with it. But they should have. They really should have.
That would be my fear, is that I would start snoring.
Hey, I don't care. Everybody snores to some degree. Like, you can't breathe. You can't get into that. It's, your breathing changes. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and I was sitting up. Like, I was sitting up with my back against the pillows and everything like that. So, yeah. So you make that terrible noise, But,
yeah. Because the head drops forward.
We sure did get off track here. So let's talk the Easter eggs. We got 6 minutes to tell them about the Easter eggs. I only have 2 and you have 4. So I'll do my 2 because they're probably the more obvious ones. Well, again, UKN, the news, organization, is prominent again in this episode, just like it was in National Anthem and just like it was in several of the other ones. It was in National Anthem and it was also the same headlines from White Bear. And it was about, the election and everything. And it's the same exact headlines. The 3 headlines were exactly the same. Okay?
Exactly.
And that, from National about the divorce, about the guy going against the voting on the other thing and the other one being found innocent of some charges.
Right, the paparazzi thing.
Right, the paparazzi thing. So that UKN banner, that's been repeated in several different episodes, but most prominently in National Anthem and in White Bear. The other one that I found was, at the end, because here's the thing, we didn't tell you at the end. He doesn't get the girl. He gets fired as the bear. The bear Waldo Bear goes off to be this political juggernaut of a thing, and just keeps going and does political commentary or whatever, and is everywhere, advertising everywhere. And Jamie is sleeping on the sidewalk as a homeless person.
Yeah, he's homeless.
And he's homeless. He doesn't have the girl. He doesn't have anything. No, Mrs. Cassandra, it wasn't on panel. It was in a group call. It was not on YouTube. Thank God. I haven't done that yet. Side note there. That's not where I fell asleep. You didn't hear me snoring on YouTube. That didn't happen. That's all rumor. Don't spread rumors. Okay. But anyways. So Jamie is sleeping on the sidewalk. He's homeless now. He's lost his job with the bear. He's no longer Waldo.
Right.
Waldo is everywhere. He looks around. Waldo's on the vans. Waldo's
he cannot
on the building.
escape Waldo.
He can't escape. And he looks up on the building, and there is this big old picture of Waldo and Wraith Babes.
Yes.
Wraith Babes. An advertisement for Wraith Babes from 15 million, right? Like from 15
with
Abby.
Million. Yeah, Abby's picture was up there.
Mm-hmm. And so those are my 2 Easter eggs. That's what I saw.
Okay. So I had those 2. And then remember when all of the candidates were sitting up on the stage and Waldo's up on the screen? And remember how Waldo kept referring to that one candidate as a glass of water?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He was, yeah. Okay. When they were all sitting up there, his chair was completely different from the others, and it sat much lower. Yeah, it sat lower to the ground also.
Well, why?
Which kind of made him seem like not as important, not as significant.
Oh, I see. So, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So that could have been done on,
Yeah.
All right.
And everyone just kind of referred to him as a glass of water.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
there you go.
I did notice that one. Right. And then I can't believe you missed this, because don't you watch the Batman movies?
Of course I do. I love the Batman movies. I love all the Marvel movies. Yeah.
Okay.
Batman. Wait. You're gonna blow my mind.
Those are movies
Batman
I don't follow.
Was in Waldo. Wait, Batman was in Waldo?
Well, what? Waldo referenced Batman to Liam in the cave. Because Liam said something, I don't even remember what he said. And he said, "You mean like Batman?" And Liam was like, "No, not like Batman." But then a few scenes after that, we meet the producer for Waldo. And do you know what his name was?
Bruce. Yeah.
No.
Was it Bruce? What was it? Batman?
No.
It wasn't Batman. What was it?
No. His name was Jack Napier.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I didn't get this. This was too obscure for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And who is Jack Napier in the Batman movies?
Is he the Joker?
Yes, he's the Joker.
Hey, see, Bear pulls out her Batman trivia. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Jack Napier. Yep. See, I do watch the movies.
I'm surprised.
I do.
Yeah, I knew that you did, or I thought that you did, because I don't.
You know, yeah, but
I was like, she's going to have this one.
No, it was his chin. Now that you say it, I see it. I should have seen that face. There's nothing like that chin, that jaw line that he has. That's so the Joker. It's so classic. I should have got it, but I didn't. Because,
yeah, like the character,
it was a damn blue
the character of the producer. Yeah. The name of the producer in the Waldo Moment was Jack Napier.
Yeah. Okay.
And just thought, I'm thinking, okay, isn't that the name of like the Joker from Tim Burton's Batman? And so I actually did have to Google what's the name of Tim Burton's Joker. And it was Jack Napier, the same name. And I was like,
there you
that's
go.
a good correlation, because that guy was evil just like the Joker is.
Yeah, well, it was all, I don't know about evil except for like in the industry. Like that kind of guy, there's like millions of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like
maybe evil's too strong. He was one of those that he would do anything to rise to the top.
That is because that's
He
the
would take
game.
out
He's
anyone.
in entertainment. He's in
Yeah, it
entertainment.
is.
Okay, and he's definitely,
Right.
they got to claw ahead, take every opportunity that they get because there's a dime a dozen. Like everybody's in it, and everybody wants to be the top, and there's only so many spots. So, like it's a dog eat dog, kind of place. And
Right.
so I get that. I see it. We're heading out too, student. It's 10:01. We are on the clock. We are about ready to go on there. You have any last words about this episode,
Yes.
Kim? Do you agree? I wanted to ask you one thing.
I'm glad we're done with it, though.
Do you
What?
agree, though, that it is the worst episode of the series? Like, do you still think it's the worst one?
Yeah, I think so.
You know
I
what?
really
have
feel
to
like
agree.
Charlie just kind of phoned in the ending.
Yeah, Charlie, like you need a redo. I'll be with you. I'll buy all the tickets. Like I'll buy tickets for everybody in my family to see it if you redo this one, please. Please, Charlie.
I will
Don't leave
too.
this standing. Yeah,
Please,
because
Charlie.
yeah.
No.
Like, please, Charlie. And plus, we want more content anyway. We don't care which ones we redo. Redo something, Charlie.
We do.
Or send us something.
Something.
Anything. Like we need something. We need some more Brooker. I need Brooker in my life. I definitely need Brooker in my life. Yeah. And on that note,
I definitely
it's been a great. Thanks for talking politics with me. Hopefully, we still have a channel tomorrow. Like when I'm going to be
right?
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow is a big day. The Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial starts tomorrow over in Fairfax County.
Yes.
And everybody all over the place everybody who covered it is live streaming it because it's free live stream for everybody. And I'm actually going to be I'm actually going to be over there on Ranty's channel. Hold on a second. I had it up here for a second ago.
Yes.
And I'm going to actually be commenting with him all week while the trial is going on, and I'm very excited about it because I've been covering Johnny Depp for like two years or more right now. And,
you have.
I do it every Wednesday night with my friend Mandy, and we've been having a really, really good time with it. And just getting everybody up to speed with up to what's going to be happening at the trial and everything. All of the past lawsuits, the divorce, the son libel case, like all of it. So we've been like going over, everything, getting everybody up to speed. But I'm going to be covering over. Ranty has a new channel called Auditing the Absurd. And that's where he's going to be live streaming. And I do believe he's going to start tomorrow, even though tomorrow should only be like jury or whatever. Here's the link in case anybody wants to go check out Ranty. He's got a very interesting channel. He's a very interesting guy. He just likes to do a lot of debunking and things. Very personable, very friendly. He's into helping out smaller YouTubers. He's been quite helpful to me. He liked our Johnny Depp coverage. And we started talking. And so we're going to work together a little bit. And I'm really looking forward to it because it does sound like a great opportunity. I have never live streamed a trial before. As much true crime and legal that I do. And y'all know, like I'm reading legal briefs every day. I follow all these cases. There's a whole bunch I'm following. And I do absolutely read them. I love it, but I've never ever did a live stream of a trial that's going on. So this is like a big thing for me. I don't know how it's going to be. I've never done anything like it before, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the what happens on a day-to-day. Could be slow, could be exciting. Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to follow.
I can't wait to listen to both of you. I'm looking forward to just listening to it.
It's going to be a long day because then at 10 o'clock at night, we do part 2 of John Bonet's Ramsey, the unsolved murder case of John Bonet with Jay. We're going to be going over some more of that. We did some of that today too. So I'm going to be all up in the legal drama stuff. I'm going to be all up in this stuff all week. And I got an exciting week. I'll be putting stuff on the community tab. I hope to see you all around. It was a great conversation, Kim, as usual.
Thanks, Claire. It was great. Thank you so much. And
we don't
to the
know.
Chat and to the moms.
Yeah, and the moderators and everything, and it was nice and peaceful and quiet.
Yes.
Thank you very much for keeping it calm for us all, people. On that,
Yes.
definitely, we don't know what we're doing next Sunday. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah, we haven't
It
decided
will
yet.
definitely. We don't know if we're going to do a Black Mirror episode or something else involving Charlie, because we're investigating some other things that Charlie's doing.
Brooker.
It'll definitely be Brooker. Whatever happens on Sunday, we'll be all Brookered up for sure. Right? So all right. On that, good night, everyone. Yeah. I'm going to put the outro in. You all have a great evening. We'll see you around the YouTube streets. Thank you so much, Kim. Okay.
Thank you.